Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens.
Publicly blaming shootings on gaming industry. How do you feel about the... Do you guys feel like shootings are a part of the gaming industry's fault? Like, do you feel like it's their fault or it ties into it?
Hell to the fuck no. Just because I play games and shoot people in the face all the time doesn't mean I'm gonna just go inside a fucking Walmart and start shooting motherfuckers.
I mean, but it does influence. It does influence kids.
I believe that it is influenced, but I can't blame. You cannot blame them. You are a person. You're introducing your kid. You can stop certain things that your kids see. You can filter certain things your kids see. As a parent, you know that that's how you feel. But shit, if we think about it, what about in the 80s? What about in the 90s before shooting video games were really out there like they are now, like Call of Duty and stuff like that? What about the mass shootings then? What about the people shooting in the communities then?
Well, the case against that is shootings are higher than they've ever been.
They're higher than they've ever been. Evolution is happening. I mean, people aren't sheltering their kids from certain things. You're allowing your kids to see certain things and live certain lifestyles, then of course they're going to be really introduced to that.
True. But that's why they're equating it to video games, because video games are bigger than they've ever been. It's the highest revenue source and per hour for any type of entertainment, and shootings are going up.
That's bullshit. The people that are out here, the kids that are out here killing other kids, the people that are out here shooting other people are too busy out here in the streets getting introduced to the guns and weapons themselves with other people than they are playing at home. I'd rather my kids sit in the fucking house and play video games and shoot people all fucking day than to know that they're out here trying to find people to buy weapons from and shoot them with. Fuck all that. Yeah, you might learn how to shoot guns. You might learn about, the equipment, the guns and all that shit from a video game, but in the streets,
I will say the shooting games have taught me a lot about guns.
But they don't have you out here shooting people. They don't have you out here purchasing guns.
I maybe shot one or two peanuts.
My point being is you can't blame a gaming industry for something if you're allowing your kid to be exposed to it. Take a step back, humble yourself, look at what your kids are seeing, how they're seeing it, do your job as a parent, and keep your kids out the streets. Now, all the mass shootings and shit, you can't stop a crazy person from being crazy. But, shit, you don't know if they're literally doing this because they see it in games.
That's true. You can't just blame it off.
You can't blame it on the game. You can't blame a gaming company because your kids are out here shooting people.
Yeah. So, your kid is out here shooting people.
So, first and foremost, we need to point out, so we think it's coincidence that as the popularity of video games, especially first-person shooters, have massively increased, so has the gun shootings. That's just coincidence.
Shit, population's increasing.
I'm just taking the other side here, guys.
I understand.
Fuck the other side. Fuck they feelings. Let me stop. No, that's just my personal opinion. I don't feel like I will change at any point in time.
I definitely feel what she's saying.
I mean, I feel like it's a limit. A certain age of kids should not be able to play shooting games.
That's why they have an age demographic. That's why they have E for everyone. That's why they have PG.
At the same time, the parent is buying the video game.
You're right. So the parent shouldn't introduce them too early.
Exactly. That's a parent's fault. You know your kid's age. You know what's appropriate for your kid. You out here buying your fucking 8-year-old Grand Theft Auto 5.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So if I didn't go say 6. Let's say 7 or 8. If a 7-year-old is playing Grand Theft Auto and he thinks this is normal, then he's going to go outside and do Grand Theft Auto shit. And
that's perfectly fine, but that's exactly why you have to be a certain age to buy certain video games.
Yeah, that's and
that just makes it even more apparent that it's the parent's fault. That just makes it more obvious that it's what you expose your kids to. Yeah, you can't be mad at the gaming industry for something that you're not even trying to stop yourself.
How about just like conscious tries to do with everything? We need to stop blaming things and start coming together to find
the solution.
And I have a great quote which goes off of we need to stop blaming other things and getting down to the nitty gritty. Somebody by the name Colin Moriarty said, the conversations surrounding these issues in the gaming industry are like everything else, elementary school level based at best. It's the same cycle, passing along the blame of a senseless act to anything but the individual actually responsible. It's never anyone's fault, but always something's fault. So it's never the person doing the act. No, it's his medication. No, it's a video game. No, it's the gun acts, the gun
it's
laws.
TV. No, it's
Everyone pretty much just needs to take accountability for their own actions.
take responsibility for your own shit.
Accountability and responsibility.
What she said. Point blank. Period. Period. Pooh.
Period, poo.
As much as we want to make it seem like the shootings that are going on is high quantity, right? And don't get me wrong, everybody who's getting shot for no reason, it is tragic. It shouldn't be happening. But just to put this in perspective, over 48 hours when those two shootings, the most recent shootings happened, 34 people officially died, right? However, if you do the same average of hours for other errors that happen in America, 500 people die per medical errors. 300 people die from the flu. 250 people kill themselves. 200 people die from car accidents. And 400 people commit killings with guns. And by the way, the difference between committing killings with guns versus these mass shootings, for it to be a mass shooting, it has to be more than, I believe, 3.
That's bullshit.
No, that's not bullshit.
That's not not specifically.
I'm about to say, what
Not
are you
that
trying to
specifically.
say?
Not that specifically. I was just thinking
no,
like
not that. No, that I mean.
no, I wasn't referring to 3 or more, but I'm just saying like that shit is nuts.
No, but this is also going back to the media. It's a cycle. They want the trendiest thing. They want to say, oh, there's all of these mass shootings. We need to get up in arms about guns, gun laws. But yet they never care what's going on in hospitals. They don't care what's going on with people in their own minds. They don't give a fuck about that because it doesn't make money. So we as a people, we need to stop complaining about this and that and get to the heart of all these problems. Because yes, at the end of the day, 34 people losing their lives in 48 hours to a couple of people with guns who don't give a fuck. That's fucked up. You know what's more fucked up? How we're going to college for years, getting all this debt to train supposed medical staff, and then they go to hospitals and they're killing people in a situation where we're putting our trust into them.
Because they don't take a second to double check or think, you know.
But it's a system though, because at the end of the day, they're working 16-hour days and they're just trying to get a paycheck, just like somebody who's working at a
McDonald's.
Yes.
Working 6
My conscience is going off.
Human error is crazy as
for
fuck.
real, though.
Human error is crazy as fuck. We literally all have to do better. And
We
it's crazy because
blame everything except for ourselves.
we know. A lot of the stuff we know, but even a lot of stuff we don't. So we might just bring that shit to attention. Like,
But think about it. Think about the flu. 300 people die from the flu. That's because these people are so poor they can't afford to go to a hospital. Think about the suicide. People don't care enough to pay attention, or they're putting people in situations to where they're saying life is not worth it. Think about it. The human genome is made to survive. And these people are in such a situation, they're saying life is not worth it. Yet we don't give a fuck about that. We laugh at people who kill themselves. We say they're weak. You're not weak. You know how much it takes to go against the human genome and kill yourself, take your own life?
That's deep.
yeah, that just scared me a little bit. I don't know.
But we
conscience
want to
going
complain about gun laws. We want to complain about this, that. We want to complain about the video game industry. No, we don't want to look at these people. Most of these people who are doing the mass shootings, they're on medication.
Or should be.
No, they're on medication, bro. It's proven they're on medication. So that's a sign right there. Why aren't we looking at doctors? Why aren't we looking at the medication field?
Right.
No, we're looking at video game industry.
Right.
Yeah, there's so many places you could look about that. Yeah, they're just kind of just.
Yeah.
Oh, just because the people who committed mass shootings play video games, that doesn't mean that the kids who are out here shooting people, that doesn't mean doctors and shit don't buy Call of Duty either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't blame them.
Look at Grand Theft Auto 5. It sold over 100 million copies.
And it's still
selling.
$60-something.
Yes. But my point is,
And
it
it's been
just-
out since PlayStation 3. That shit is ridiculous.
it's just mathematically
saying.
speaking that at least one of those 100 plus million copies is going to be somebody who owns a gun and who's in a depressed state, most likely on medication, and he's saying, fuck life. I'm going to go
Because
out
he's
with
on
a
that
bang.
medication. I'm trying to tell you, it got to be something with that medication. Somebody need to
Everyone
fucking
plays
check that shit
video
out.
games. Everyone plays shooting games.
I love my shooting
Just
game.
because they played a game doesn't mean you can blame that game
Exactly.
on their
Fuck the
actions.
opposition.
It's a human action. It's a decision. They know right from wrong 9 times out of 10.
And if they don't,
So
they was taught it at some
that's
point.
them taking taking accountability.
But if they don't, it's the accountability thing. We need to put it on the person. We need to put it on the act. We can't blame everything else.
That's true.
And audience members, rhinos and aliens, stop taking sides and just try to get to the root of it. Stop thinking about it from a social perspective and start thinking
Stop
about it
looking
from
at the leaves.
from a
and look at
science
where it's growing
perspective.
from. That's why.
Be unbiased. Try to get
that
the
was
best
deep.
results.
Even if you gotta second guess yourself, I do that a lot. Like I try to be as unbiased as possible, but I question myself after I make a statement. Sometimes I might think back and just be like, "Damn, well that's fucked up." That's where my bullshit statement come from. I'm like, "That's bullshit." Like I wouldn't have thought, wouldn't have thought that, but
And Donnie,
Yeah.
can you repeat what you said? That was fire.
I said, stop looking at the leaves and look where it's growing from.
That's
That's
deep.
beautiful.
That's deep.
Sorry
start
for-
checking them roots, not them branches.
Come on.
If you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.